Hello everyone, my name is Zanotti, and this is another Captivate quick tip from Relate. Today let's talk about question pools. No, not the kind you swim in, but the kind you throw questions into. Captivate 4 supports question pools, which allow you to group or store a whole mess of questions in what's called a pool. Now, when you first open up the question pool manager, you notice one pool comes in as a default. It's called Pool 1. I can click on that and rename it. Let's call it Test. I can add pools by clicking the plus here. Let's call this one HR. Let's say we add another pool, and we'll call this one Legal Training. Well, let's call it OSHA. All right, so we now have 3 pools. If at any point I want to get rid of a pool, let's say I want to get rid of the HR pool, I can hit minus. It says you sure want to delete it? Yes. Okay, now to add questions into a question pool, you go into the question side of it. I'll say plus, and that means add a question. I'll say true, false, and I will click OK. We're not going to enter the questions right now, just to give you an idea of how to do this. We'll say plus again. We'll double click on true, false, and I will say OK. So we now have 2 questions in the true, false genre inside of question pool test. If I go to question pool OSHA, I can again add some more true, false. And let's add another one here. And let's add a third one. All right, so now we have 3 true, false questions in the OSHA test, in the OSHA pool, and in the test pool we've got 2. If I want to delete a question, I can grab it or select it, hit minus. It'll prompt me, sure you want to delete it? We'll say yes. I can also delete multiple questions by selecting them, doing a control click. I can do a minus, and there we go. It deletes all of them. I'll add one more in here. So we have 2 questions in the OSHA pool and 1 question in the test pool. Now, once we're done entering our questions, we're basically done with the pool. It's really that simple. I can click on Close, and we're good. You notice Captivate lets us now edit our questions. So we have 1 question in our test pool. If I click over here on the OSHA pool, it shows me my 2 questions. And that's how easy it is to create a question pool inside Captivate. Why would you use a question pool? I'm going to get out of here and go back to our main screen. Question pools are used to store all the different questions. Now, I recommend you actually create a Captivate piece that only has question pools, either singular or multiples. You can have 1 pool or you can have many pools. And then have other developers or even yourself access the question pool when you need to get questions out of it. This allows you to use randomized questions. It also allows you to have all your questions stored in one central place, which is accessible by importing to all other Captivate developers that may be on your team. It also keeps your questions separate so you can easily maintain them. It's a real good feature to keep them away from your main Captivate piece for general maintainability and really reusability. Well, that's it. In another Captivate quick tip, we will show you how to use questions from a question pool. For Captivate Quick Tips, I am Rick Zanotti, and this is another Captivate Quick Tip from Relate. Thanks for listening, watching, and hopefully subscribing. We'll see you next time.